What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well and welcome on back to Resident Evil 3. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet, please do subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and of course, if you want to check out the rest of the Let's Play so far, go ahead and check the description down below. I got the whole playlist in order for you guys in case you want to catch up. Now, real quick, before we head on out and get the usage for this crank, I did just want to point out that after I ended the episode yesterday and saved, I totally autopiloted this. You combine the machine oil with the additive oil, and then you get the mixed oil, which is what we need for the tram. I totally autopiloted that. I didn't even think about it, I just mixed it after I saved. Or before I saved, rather. I didn't want to waste the ink ribbon to do that again. So we are going to be heading back to kind of the start of the game this episode. We do have some goodies, and we're going to use that crank. It's about time we cleaned up some of our inventory, and we're going to need to load up before we head to the clock tower, and there are some goody freebies around. Rhyme for the taking. Go ahead and dodge the Zerg militia there. Now there's probably going to be an enemy here. We'll see what it spawned for us. Ah, it spawned crows, okay. There's a square hole. So if you use the crank here. And I don't know whose shed this is, but look at the glorious goodies. Yeah, I don't know who made this, but holy, I'm glad that they did. So we have 18 grenade rounds here, prime for the picking, which is very good for us. Okay, that's all of our grenade rounds. We're gonna try very hard to skirt the Pidgeys. Open lock. Now we could have opened this lock forever ago if you remember that hallways where we saw Brad for the first time. Which way is Dario? Let me just remind myself. I think Dario's warehouse is through here. It's been so long since we came back here, my memory's faded a little for it. Let's see. Crit shot to the dick. That's cheeky. Whatever. You can stay there. You remember that audio bug is still going on in this section. I know what it is here. Here it's from the frame rate with the oil dripping super fast because I'm playing at a high frame rate. Not sure what the rest is. So when we come on in here, you're going to see a old familiar face, and here's a girl that we cannot save. There's a pretty cool fan rumor here, actually, that that's actually Dario's daughter that's dead right there. Not sure if that's the case, but we're going to take out the zombie that took her out. Yeah, you never really get a line on who this is, but she's dead. That is who we heard scream for help a second ago. And her running to Dario's warehouse after he lost his daughter outside does kind of makes you wonder, right? Anyways, we're about to learn Dario's fate too. Didn't necessarily end well for him either. And you hear some zombies going to Munchtown, and right there in the corner, you see what happened to Dario. I guess he let himself out of here at some point, maybe because he heard the scream of his daughter. Went out to help, maybe. Anyways, here we have Dario's memo. I can't help but wonder if anyone will read these words, but writing them will help me maintain my sanity, if nothing else. After I've become a meal for those undead monsters, will the GIs responsible for sealing off the town laugh upon discovering my corpse? So is this how it's supposed to end? I don't want to die. I'm just not ready. My wife, daughter, mother, my entire family has been killed, but none of that matters anymore. Right now, my life is the only important thing. That's all that matters. I never would have pictured my end to be like this. I had so much left to do. Rather than becoming a salesman, I should have tried my hand at being a novelist. It's what I've always wanted, but my mother would only tell me you have a long way to go. Why did I ever listen to her? But this looks like the end for the great Dario Rosso, novelist extraordinaire, cut down before his prime. And I guess that's a pretty good telling of the main thing that haunts you on your deathbed is the unfulfilled promises to yourself, right? For all that's going down here, the thing he's thinking about at the end is how he shouldn't have listened to his mother and become a writer, or tried to become a writer. Take these gunpowders. Come in handy. So now we're doing pretty good again, right? It was bad and now it's pretty good. Skirt them. No. Yeah, we went from being down bad with 24 pistol bullets, and now we got like a whole arsenal at our disposal. So we gotta get back to the train. Let me check my notes real quick. We gotta skirt through Uptown again, but I'd like to avoid a lot of the zombies that respawned if possible. Alrighty, I think I know where we should go. I think I can skirt through this. It doesn't look like I have anything else to loot in the city, so let's go back to the parking garage. We're gonna have to, unfortunately, get ready for our next fight with Nemipu. He's gonna pop up here. It's my most hated fight for him, actually, the one that we're about to do. It's in a really narrow corridor where you just do not have the room to move. Just gonna skirt him the best we can. The whole way of horror is still out here, though, so this might cause a problem. We'll see. No! There it is. Get off. No touchy. That's not even the hard hallway to skirt. This one's the hard hallway to skirt. We're at caution. Yeah, we are. Okay, we're not at danger yet, so... Of course. Messed up my finesse a little. Almost back to our save room anyway, so I can dip in and take a herb combination. Yeah, we'll dip in here and take a heal since we got snagged. Keep playing on the safe side. We're not going to save in here. We'll save at the next save room, but... take a little something in case I get grabbed again. What do we have? Do I have a loose green herb, or did I use them all? I think I used them all. Yeah, I used all my loose green. We'll take a mixed. It's unfortunate that we have to sink the mixed in right there, but... it is what it is. Things happen in Resident Evil games, right? On the bright side, if this is not your first playthrough of this game, and you're following along on a replay, and you have a prior save here, then you're about to get a whole gang of infinite ammo, so... Nope. There'll be none of that. I almost forgot that I left those alive. Right, there was like 50% panic. Here's where we killed those brain suckers. That's the mercenary. It went from Death Row to Raccoon City. Quite the lifestyle change, huh? So we got our hydrant, and the parking garage is right up here. Swerve the birds that we spawned in. Now, I have in my notes that we're about to get another live selection up here, so... this right here is a little foreshadowing. So you do have two choices here, but for this one, we actually want to climb up. You can drop down there, but it takes longer and it'll throw off the path in that I have. The only thing that's down there in terms of story, it's foreshadowing of a boss that we're going to be running up to here in a little bit. You get to see its skin that's shed and see how big it's actually going to get, but that is not for now. That is for a little bit later. This room is where we're going to do some inventory management and get everything prepped. So, we're also going to drop a save here because Nemi is coming up, unfortunately. Alright, so we have 6 regular rounds, and I can make 2 grenade launcher C's here, which would give me 12 freeze rounds. I can can also mag dump Nemesis. Yeah, I could literally just give him the magnum dump. We don't technically need to keep stockpiling this because the infinite ammo tool is going to be dropping for us shortly. We got 109 handgun bullets. Plus the 15 in the chamber, and then 7 shotgun shells. You know, we might be okay. We might be okay to make the freeze rounds just to make this a little bit easier, but we do have the train cart fight coming up too. What do we want to do here? You know what, let me save before I do this. Before I choose what to do with that gunpowder. Just in case. Save your progress here. We use the ink ribbon. Indeed we will, and we will get rid of save 5. Alright, let's mount up and make a decision. I'll go ahead and check my notes here, just double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so let's do it. Where is my... Actually, I don't need to do that. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna combine the A and the B to make C, the A and the B to make C, and we're gonna combine those together. And we're going to make 12 freeze rounds. Now we have 12 freeze rounds and 12 regular GL rounds. So we'll open this on up. We will take out our grenade launcher. Take out a mixed herb for a little extra cushion. And we're going to take the magnum. We're just going to stack the deck here against Nemesis as best we are able to. Alright. Let's roll out. Looking at my notes, though, I did make a tiny mistake. I saved in the wrong location, but we have plenty of cushion here that I can save again. We do have some ink ribbons coming up, so don't worry about that. We have plenty of money to go around here. There's a decent chunk of ink ribbons to re-up on pretty much as soon as we get to the clock tower, so... I think there's 6 in the clock tower. I don't know, my clock tower notes are on the next page of my book, so... Not 100% sure, but if memory serves, there are 6 ink ribbons in the clock tower. "12 if you count ink ribbons that aren't for Jill, because we're actually going to have a section playing as somebody else once we hit the clock tower too, so... One all around. One last chance to make a different decision here. In fact, you know what? Before I save, let's make sure that that's all where it needs to be. Put you there. We have 18 regular GL rounds. We have 12 freeze rounds, which are the second best to use against Neme. It slows him down, which is the benefit to these over Acid, but Acid does do more damage. We have 6 Magnum rounds to give him the Sazul, and we are rocking 4 heals. I would like to think that by the time we're done with the Magnum and the GL, he'll be dead, but it's hard to tell. Nemi go hard sometimes. Take the ink ribbon out. An old typewriter. You can save your progress here. Yeah, I would recommend saving a lot before Nemi encounters if you're like me and you're kind of bad at tank controls. Because those fights demand that you're good at that, right? And I'm just really not, so... Go ahead and sink that in. Alright, we're ready to rock. I gotta admit, I am slightly nervous about this Nemesis fight. On my note gathering run through here, he killed me a whole bunch of times in this encounter. Just couldn't get him down. And I guess we'll see how it goes. It's pretty much the only Nemi fight in the game that actually does make me nervous. Alright, here's the hallway of doom.
Stars.
Indeed. That's a problem. That's an even bigger problem. We're totally dead. And eat a heal real quick. Go ahead and equip this. That was really cheeky, Nemi. Let him get up by himself here. There we go. You might be thinking, well, what were you worried about? That was really easy. We got super lucky by managing to cheese him out right there. That is very unreliable to do, and I don't always get him stuck. So, wow, you might think that was easy, I assure you. Or maybe it is easy, and I just overthink that one. But like I said, that fight... Man, I'm like fat thumbing all my controls. That fight messes with me. That one is the one that spooks me in this game. This little hallway fight right here. But that's it. We have the enhanced shotgun now. So the next drop will be a 3-stack of first aid kit again. And then the one after that should be our infinite ammo tool. So we're ready to rock. Let me go ahead and check my notes here. Alright, so since that went really smooth and Nemi is dead, let us go. We'll go make the enhanced shotgun, and then we'll go drop a save too, since he's dead. Just in case something cheeky happens, because that's a tough fight for me. I would rather secure the bag there on that one. Yeah, I'd rather play that safe. You don't need to save here. The only reason I'm kind of save spammy here is because the last time I tried to do this section on my take notes playthrough, like I said, not only did I die to Nemesis there a bunch of times, but then else that we're about to run into managed to kill me a few times too. So I think we'll save the freeze rounds going forward, maybe. You know what? No, we can keep that on. Let's go ahead and make the custom cowboy shotgun. That will come in handy for us. Where's my empty spaces? There they are. Alright, and we are about to go fix the cable car, which means we need the fuse and the machine oil. I think we'll need any of this stuff. We actually didn't use any of our first aid kit in that fight, which I'm very happy about. We've only burned our first aid kit supplies one time. Pretty stoked about that. We'll go ahead and drop that in 10. Secure the bag there on the Nemesis skill. Those increments back. 3 inventory slots. Well, it'll actually be 5, because we're about to put those in the cable car, so that should be fine. At least the path back to the cable car is pretty easy. Assuming I don't die to our worm friend. We're actually going to meet for a second the worm whose skin you would have seen if you had chosen to drop down instead of climbing up on the boxes. We're actually going to see what a little glimpse to what that's about. We won't be fighting him until way later in the game when we hit the park, but you're going to see what that's about at least. And of course, he's not permadead. He's up and about again on the prowl for us. Oh, I hate you so much. Get off me. Of course, the one random zombie we leave ends up putting us on caution. Have to suck that down. Yeah, believe it or not, this thing killed me. You don't actually have to fight this thing here. That's how this thing killed me the last time. Emergency power, yes. Switch for the elevator. Will you lower the ladder? Yes. And then just mash this. Will you go up the ladder? Yes. And we've avoided the worm fight. Yeah, that thing killed me like 3 times trying to get that finesse down. It almost happened again there. You all saw how I missed the second switch there initially. Head back on into the cable car. Go ahead and equip our grenade launcher, which is a sign of things to come. Alright, before we put those parts in, the fused oil, the mixed oil. Mikhail appears to be in pain and suffering. So we'll use the fuse. We'll use the oil.
It looks like we're ready to go. Here, take this.
And he's gonna give us some flame rounds, which is very, very nice.
Okay. Nikolai won't be joining us.
I understand. I'll operate the cable car. Let's go.
Yeah, Nikolai kind of got at the sales office. And put our flame rounds in there.
It's looking good. Mikhail!
Of course, it's never over. Kinda don't have a choice but to get grabbed there because of the positioning of where the game puts you there. That's gonna sting. We're on caution, so we'll take a heal right off rip of that. He shouldn't have grabbed me there, that's cheeky. Okay, speed boosted at us. He's down 1.
Get out of the cable car, now!
Mikhail, wait, don't!
Get out of here! Hurry!
I gotta say, I think I prefer the "get off my train,
Mikhail.
shitbird" line to that one. I think that's probably the only scene I prefer in the remake.
No, the brakes are out.
Oh, we got another live selection. And right here, if you want some bonus freeze rounds, you want to jump out of the window here.
It's useless.
Damn, Jill. The speed that thing was going, I can pretty confidently say that was a bad idea. But we're alive. So it's a bone, right? So in here, there is some goodies that we need to collect. Go ahead and snag these up. Make sure you grab this key before we flee the scene. And welcome to the clock tower. And welcome to our save room. Very wonderful. So there aren't any ink ribbons in this room exactly, but there are some in the next room, so bear with me. Let me check my notes, make sure we don't miss anything. We are about to wrap up. Alright, so before we wrap up, let's go ahead and get the next phase of this place done. We definitely need to re-up on that. Put our freeze rounds away for now. $109 pistol bullets, which is pretty good. Ready to combine those. I'll worry about what to do with the ammo creation later. I have to decide if I want to make gunpowder C for more freeze rounds or if I want to make more pistol rounds. But we do still have 110 pistol rounds by default right there, so we might be good. Anyways, come on in here, unlock this door. Before we wrap up quickly, we'll get another cutscene with Carlos. He'll give us some freeze rounds since we jumped out the window. He did some looting on the way to us.
Carlos!
Phew. Well, we both managed to survive. Maybe we can start helping each other again.
Yeah, it's been rough. But we can rest now.
No, we're the only ones left. There's no rest for the wicked. Here's a gift for you.
Best gift you can get a girl for Christmas. Thanks, Carlos. Alright, we'll obviously snag these ones up too. Take those grenade rounds. And one of these, there it is, there's that ink ribbons right there. Let me just quickly check my notes to make sure we're not going to mess up by picking up that file. We still are on point for Jill's diary. Okay, so that might have messed us up. I was trying to snag the... Let's see, go to the files. It did mess us up. Okay, so I just ruined Jill's diary achievement. Don't grab that. What I was trying to do there is take these ink ribbons first, but oh well. I'll still get you guys all the files, we'll read it all, but I guess we won't be getting Jill's diary. That's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate misclick turn of events, but that's what I get for being greedy with my saves, I suppose. We're definitely not running that whole section back for it. That's the wrong door. Which way did I come in here? Right, this way. Alright, so that is where we're going to wrap this one on up. So thank you for watching. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet enjoyed the video, please do subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment on your way out, and I will see you soon with more Resident Evil 3. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.